getting lower rates of vaccination.
We'll be right back with Dr. Andrew Wakefield. I'm Alex Jones.
This is and the GCN Radio Network.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride and GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find this special and many others in the month of February. Again, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. In the near future. When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
Let the worst people get controlled and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime Directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of Patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
When the night... My friends, it is a normal response to get excited, to get upset, to get motivated. When you sit here and you know about the history of secret experimentation, you know about all the problems with vaccines, you know about major pharmaceutical companies knowing that their products are killing people. And then I was talking to one of the top people in the state who I happened to run into, and I looked them up later, and it was who they said they were. Basically, right near the top of the state vaccine program. And he said, Alex, we do know that it's hurting people, but there's a greater good in the vaccination overall. So we're kind of, but we are aware. And we know it's true. And we know it's causing the neurological disorders. And I talked to the guy on the hike on the bike trail for like 20 minutes. And he said, just, I tell you who I am, but just don't say my name. And I went and Googled him, and there he was. But he seemed like he was struggling with himself, but he had the rationalization. But the end justifies the means. No, it doesn't. Because most of these vaccines don't even protect you. Like the diarrhea vaccine they had was killing a bunch of kids. They had to pull it off the market. Sometimes it's a blessing that it's so bad, it kills so many. Like Gardasil, it gets banned in Japan and restricted in other countries. Not here, of course. America is a dumping ground. So is the UK, where people just line up and worship the gods in the white lab coats. Well, the gods in the white lab coats aren't doctors. More and more, they're just delivery boys, delivery girls for Big Pharma, and they're robots. And now under Obamacare and the National Health Service in England, pretty much you medically do what the standard computerized order tells you is what you do when you enter in this criteria. And that's the move towards phasing humans out. You'll just have technicians over computers and over systems that decide what to do. We have a government that has secret death lists for the veterans. That's come out in the news. And they have the IBM Watson computer decides who to give treatment and who not to. So the bioethics board doesn't feel bad. They don't have to, not treat the 55-year-old vet who's had a heart attack. And they go, well, he might only live 10 years, the actuary shows, and so it's not worth it in the money. Just let him die of a heart attack, or the computer says he'll probably die within 6 months. I mean, that comes out in the news, and we're like, well, and let's just trust the system. No, there is social engineering going on above this. Dr. Wakefield doesn't go there. And I haven't even asked him what he thinks is going on at the bottom of the rabbit hole. I know. When Bayer said, you know what, do the world a favor, there's too many hemophiliacs. It's like Dr. Salk's associate on that PBS report said, yeah, it turns out hundreds of millions of people were given a polio vaccine that had cancer viruses in it, and we estimate a lot of people got cancer and died from it. He goes, but we joke, there are too many people. I could play that clip right now if you'd like me to. So that's the larger issue. I'm going to give our guest the floor as best I can to really get into all the other things that have happened, what's unfolded, let him roll for a while because he's so polite he'll pause and I'll take over. But this is epic stuff, and we're on the verge of bringing these people down on so many fronts. Brian Williams is just one window into that. Hillary Clinton, all of these people, they're the hoaxers, they're the fraudsters. And we got to get our human anger back and our motivation to do something about it. And you need to fund this operation. The TV system launching, doing very well, reaching millions more every week. The news websites, the radio show is the heart of it all. We are expanding here, and we'll try and expand a little bit more and then maintain at that level is the plan. And we're almost there. It is essential that you go to InfoWarsStore.com, where we have a wide range of pro-liberty T-shirts. We have a whole section made in America, very affordable. We have another section that is not made in America, if you choose, that is less expensive. We just give you the choice. InfoWarsStore.com. We've got all the Molon Labe line. We've got more of the long-sleeve camo shirts in that are so popular. We've got another run of a limited edition, new design of Molon Labe brass belt buckles. We've got a few of these silver double-stamped or triple-stamped coins in. Molon Labe commemorative, 500, and that's it. And they're almost gone. Comes with a free lapel pin, 1776, worldwide. We've also got hundreds of other T-shirts, a lot of which I designed, a lot of which other Patriots designed. The point is, it's just an Alex Jones designed shirt. We've got beanie caps, baseball caps, camo caps, and it's about meeting like-minded people, and it's about spreading the word. We've got to be walking billboards for liberty, and your purchase ends up funding the operation. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. You get good-looking clothing, promote freedom, meet like-minded people, and fund this operation. InfoWarsLife.com. True nascent iodine, X2 deep earth crystal source. Nobody else has got this. We had to jump through DEA hoops when we came out with this a few years ago. This stuff turns into gas when it's put on top of a hot plate. The stuff that's put into the palm oil. This is not the garbage stuff that'll kill you at the store or whatever. This is, approved, powerful, true, pure iodine, purest out there. That's why it turns bright blue, purple on paper, not black or red like the bound garbage iodine that's out there that's in alcohol. Believe me, we had a clean source of this that was from seaweed, but was too hard to get and wasn't as strong when we discovered the crystal source. And we went around to all the other manufacturers and big companies and just could not put our name on it. And so it took us years to finally come up with this. And it's groundbreaking because you got all these bad halogens in you. This is the good halogen, and it just basically pulls them out. It's amazing. The amount of energy. Well, you've heard the rave reviews from listeners. You can get 2 bottles of X2 right now and get a free bottle of Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Booster that's got scores of well-known, just time immemorial things like elderberry, you name it, that boost natural health and vitality and immunity. You can get a free bottle of that when you get 2 bottles of X2. Try it, and you're supporting the broadcast, and I think you'll come back and get more. We've also got the, talking about the gut, we've got the Oxy powder that Hollywood loves. That flushes out all that garbage. It's time-released oxygen. We've got the Oxy powder and a bunch of other great products at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. We have the methylcobalamin, nutraceutical, pharmaceutical grade, vegan-based vitamin B12 that you could take sublingually and has a much higher absorption rate from the research we've looked at. You've got Secret 12 available, and just a lot of other great products that are groundbreaking, but are also very, very simple. So InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. And also, please support our local AM and FM affiliates and spread the word. Okay, that's some mid-air refueling to fund the operation. Dr. Wakefield, I can ask questions. I can rant and rave. Brief the people out there where we are now in this totalitarian push to force inoculation. Now it's do or die. We're close to breaking their back. That's why we're seeing their battle of the bulge moment when, let's just compare them to Hitler. We've driven them back, we're winning, and they hit us with everything they've got. But you can see that Zeb Dietrich out there leading this attack doesn't have the moral high ground. He's going to fail. I don't care how big and black his army tanks are. The ground troops are out there with their bazookas. We're taking these tanks out right now. Let's talk about what's happening. You've got the floor.
Well, I think you've characterized it very well. This is a do-or-die moment. It's absolutely crucial in the history of this country and indeed the world of who prevails. Who do your children actually belong to? And if we do not get William Thompson before a congressional series of committees that unearth the precise nature and extent of the fraud at the CDC and how they...
That's the big whistleblower.
That is the big whistleblower. Then if we do not do that, and if we lose this battle, your children, you... will be owned by the pharmaceutical industry, and your children and your children's children.
Slavery.
And they are simply a marketplace for those companies. They are quantified in terms of vaccination for every birth in how much revenue they will generate for the pharmaceutical industry in a mandated program for which there is no real recourse to any kind of compensation or litigation if your children are harmed. So they want to take away your rights as to whether your children should be vaccinated or not, according to your decision. But if your child is harmed, and vaccines are, according to the Supreme Court, unavoidably unsafe, then you are left to pick up the pieces. And that is the system that we face. And at the end of it is a massive profit for the pharmaceutical industry. Now, the way to do this, Alex, is to get your congressman to support Bill Posey. And you must do this. It's no good sitting there. So we've made it easy for you. Go to the AutismMediaChannel.com, and on there are 30 pages of complaint that I have written with Dr. Brian Hooker, which characterize precisely the fraud committed by the CDC, based upon the documents provided to us by William Thompson, the whistleblower. And those documents must be put in the hands of your congressman so that they know exactly what happened, and then they can give Bill Posey his support in getting this to committee.
That's right. Highlight them, go to their offices or when they're back in your state and give it to them. Hold them by the hand and say, listen, kids are getting hurt. You read this fraud and get up off your butt.
And here's the thing. Those congressional, they're in recess next week. So they are coming back, many of them, to their district. You can go and meet them in your district. You don't have to travel to D.C., but you make sure that every congressman in this country is aware of exactly what's going on. Because at the moment, pharma lobbyists are scaling Capitol Hill like orcs storming Helm's Deep. It's a hideous sight. And even though...
You can see their huge offensive. I mean, this is battle of the bulge. I mean, they're throwing everything they've got.
And this is a matter between Congress and a congressional agency or a federal agency, the CDC. It shouldn't involve the pharma lobbyists at all. The congressman should have the chutzpah to say to them, this is none of your business. You may be indirectly affected by the outcome of this, but this is between us and a federal agency that has committed an alleged fraud. So get out of my office and wait for the result.
Well, think about with government-run health care that's run by special interests and written by it, they can just make us buy whatever, quote, health products they want, including tainted vaccines. This is super high-tech slavery. I mean, this is over the top.
Yeah, so please go to AutismMediaChannel.com, download those PDF documents, and get them in front of your representative. do not hesitate. Next week, they will be back in district, and they will be available to you. So make it happen, because if we lose this battle, we lose it for a very, very long time.
Elaborate on where's the lawsuit going, how your colleague, the co-author, super prestigious. I mean, I looked him up, like you said, one of the top, gastro